couple days ago I watched a brand new TV show that was awesome in every aspect. And as you probably already know, it was HBO's Last of Us. In addition to the amazing story, the cinematography, the lighting, the editing, color grading, acting, directing, literally this show is top notch in all of that. You know, seeing this kind of thing inspires me to do something, to create. So that's the whole idea behind this video. I watched the first episode twice. Once alone and once with my girlfriend just to force her to watch it. And there was a scene in that episode where the location was very similar to one of my rooms here in the studio. So I thought, what if I try to recreate that scene with what I have here? Because obviously this is a TV show with the highest level of quality. Big crew, huge budget, production at its best level. According to Wikipedia, the budget was between 10 million to 15 million per episode. And we're gonna make it with zero budget. So we kinda already lost. But I'm gonna try my best. Let's see how that goes. Hopefully it will be interesting and we don't suck too hard. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna find our reference shot. I choose these two shots here and we're gonna analyze them step by step. I'm gonna start with set and custom design. Our character was wearing a crimson hoodie, which I already have. Tighter hair and not a huge makeup as I can see. The location of the scene is living room apparently in the show. And I'm seeing half of a dirty window. We can see the windows better on this wide shot. And the most noticeable thing is the butterfly on it. We have a similar window in that room and it's already dirty, so we don't have to do anything about that. And my super talented friend gonna paint a butterfly on it for me and this section is done.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom, vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom.
Our next part is lighting, which is done perfectly in the whole show. As we can see, the light's coming from the window, so our key light should be there. Unfortunately, I have a balcony behind my window. I couldn't find anything from behind the scenes, but probably in the show a light was mounted on a stand and sent high above the window. My studio is on the 8th floor, so that's not even an option. So we're gonna use the balcony to place the light, but the problem with that is there's not a lot of space there. So I can use my main powerful light, which is the Godox FV200 that I'm using right now to film this video on with a huge softbox and a grid. And we definitely gonna need that huge softbox for this shot. As you can see in our reference shot, the light is very soft and flattering. So we have to diffuse the light and we can use the big lights. I can't even pass this softbox through the door. And one of the keys to getting a soft look is using a big diffuser. So now we're gonna use a very small and very affordable light, which is this power tube. Lots of brands making power tubes these days, but I'm using the Godox one. And we're gonna diffuse it with a simple reflector or any other white fabric. In these situations, you can just hold it in front of the light. If you want to analyze the lighting, no rim light, no fill light. There's a key light with a softbox and a grid. There's also another orange light on her face and neck. And it mimics the sunset, I think. They probably use negative fills too, but the orange light, that's a little bit tricky. So after trying multiple angles, I used even smaller and cheaper light. I'm talking about these 20cm non-light power tubes. They're very small, so you can place them literally anywhere. So I grabbed one of these and placed it exactly behind the window. Now we're done with the lighting part. And our next part is camera and lens. Here's where things get really ridiculous. According to IMDb, The Last of Us was shot on ARRI Alexa Mini with Cooke cinema lenses. This combo cost almost $100,000. And we're gonna use a Sony mirrorless camera with a 50mm, which is the cheapest 50mm on the market, because that's a dark scene and we need a wide aperture. Also, it's a medium close shot, so 50mm focal length is very suitable for that. I'm gonna use the A7 IV, which I think has a good dynamic range, but I doubt it can even be compared to probably the best camera ever made, ARRI Alexa. And in try to getting a softer and more cinematic look out of this camera, I'm gonna use a 1/4 black promise filter on top. There's nothing fancy about it, it just makes the image look softer. And I'm gonna shoot in 4K 10-bit 422, XAVC-SI codec, and S-Log 3. So here's our shot in log. And after a fast 10-minute color grading in which we resolve an attempt to make the colors look similar to our reference shot, with the difference of the blue color on the window, which I think looks better that way, here's our final shot. I'm also gonna show you another scene with same lighting and same camera setting, but slightly different pose. And just a couple of hours passed. That's the log version and that's the graded version. Oh, I also think I just messed up the framing a little bit. I mean, after seeing our shots side by side with the original shots, I think we did a good job with what we had. It was done with just 2 hours on a mirrorless camera and 2 tube lights, trying to recreate a very well made, high budget Hollywood TV show. Everything we used for this shot combined is less than $3,000. I'm gonna put all the prices for you on the screen right now so you can see by yourself. And because the process was very fun for me, I wanted to do more. So, to grab some references, we're gonna check out Frameset, which is the sponsor of today's video. Frameset is a brand new application and website that helps filmmakers to search between 100,000 frames from thousands of movies, commercials, and even music videos. Which is very awesome because I always use references in my storyboards before starting the project. One of the features that I love the most about them is the fact that you can search between music videos and commercials too, and it's not just from movies. You can also use different filters to see the result based on color temperature, contrast, number of the people in the shot, time of the day, aspect ratio, and so many others. Make sure to check out their website and you can use my code to get 10% off on your first subscription. Shout out to Frameset. So after a little bit of searching, I grabbed another shot from one of my favorite horror movies of the last couple years, Hereditary. That looks good and it wasn't so complicated, so we set the scene and lighting in less than 5 minutes. And that's what we shot. Here's the log version, and after a little bit of color grading, that's the final result. I'm gonna put it with the original shot side by side. And the skin looks a little bit better on the original. And I have to say, this is a very good practice. It's like working out for filmmakers and photographers to analyze the work of best ones in the field, the ones that we always look up to, that doing what we love at the highest level, and see how close we can get. And when you get close enough, it feels so good. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe and see you in the next video.